Now, the class today we're gonna be all about holding our training partner on the ground, okay? We have 4 pins in Jiu Jitsu. We have the side control, the knee on belly, the mount, and the back. So 4 pins. This is from where we try to control our opponent. When we are in front of their legs, it's really hard to do anything to hold them. But once we get on their pins, we can like stop their move a bit better. And if we had to have the hierarchy here, mount will be the number 1, is the king. Back will be the queen. It's just as good as the mount, but we are behind. So a little bit better the mount. Side control goes after, and the last one is the knee on belly. All right, the knee on belly, it's easy to get, but it's really easy to lose as well, because you're just on your knees. So it requires a lot of balance, okay? So let's just go overview on them so you guys understand what I'm saying. Can lay down? Lay down. When I'm in front of Ben's leg here, I don't have the ability to stop him. So what I want is to pass and start to work on the pins. So the first pin is the knee on belly, all right? This one is really uncomfortable for the bottom player. It's easy to get, but if he starts to bridge and push me here, it's easy to lose as well. The second one is the side control, where we are going chest to chest, and we are trying to hold head and arm, okay? So on this one, I need always to be cross-body. If my head is on the same side of my body, I cannot hold him down. So side control is always a cross-body, okay? After this, we have the mount, where I'm sitting on top of the hips, and this is like the king of it. The last one is if my training partner turns, I go legs to them, legs that way, you sit back. And we have the back. It will look like a backpack. So my chest now is connecting to their back. So you're gonna play with all of them to start. Thanks, Ben. First one, we're gonna start with the side control. Alex, can I have you? When you go on side control, chest to chest is the rule, okay? Knees gotta be close to our training partner's body. We're gonna show the other side for you, okay? And then from here, we're gonna test the ability to stay attached to us. See that his knees always turn to me. If he starts to turn the knees away from me, doing things like this, it's really easy for me to take him out of me, because he's taking weight out of me. So you want the knees pointing to our training partner and the chest-to-chest connection. We move to both sides, and we're gonna see that everything is about following them. It's not really to stop them, but every time that my training partner moves, Alex is following me. If, for example, I try to hold him that way, he might have to post this hand on the ground to stop. Because if he keeps on holding, he's gonna get rolled over. So imagine it's almost like hovering on top of your training partner. So let's go a little bit with the kid now, just side control and testing. You can start gentle, moving them around, and then you get a little bit harder. Okay, any questions? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Basically have 2 back, just a few. Side control, there is a lot of ways to do it, okay? Can go down. We can be like we are going here, cross this way, but we can also be cross facing the legs. We can be across on the other side, facing the other legs, and also be on the other side, crossing to the shoulders. So if I have Alex here on top of me, the first one, he might, under this arm, he might start here, but he can bring this leg over, this arm over my head and just turn, dropping the hip on my shoulder now. He's still pinning me in a side control, but now it's from the shoulder to the hip. He can go to the other side, bring the head and the hip to the other side. He's still doing a side control. And to finish, he still can come back hip to hip and facing me again. So basically it's one pin that we can do in 4 different ways. We can cross to the head, we can cross to the hip. And you can do the same thing on the other side. I can cross facing his head. I can cross facing his hips. I can go to the other side. I can face his head again. And usually this is good because I'd say that Ben wants to push me away and escape from here. I just go over and I drop my weight on his arms. It gets really hard for him to push me now. So one pin sometimes is not enough. Let's just try to be moving around now with the kids. Let's get to the mount now. The mount is a simpler one, but we have way more control. We basically just sitting on top of the hips. What is important? Toes always inside and the hands wide. Because my opponent are gonna be trying to push me away. So you need to have base to hold the position. Another thing they're gonna try to be doing is bringing this knee underneath. That's why you need the legs really close. If you want to lock the feet there, it's also a good idea. It's even harder for me to bring the knee. But usually the main scamp is gonna come out of this. So posting hands is important. Really simple, but we want to do this coming up from the side control. So if Alex is on side control, he's gonna go knee on my belly and then get to mount. As soon as he get on mount, and here you should be like a crazy bull moving them around. It should not be easy for them. So start from side control, knee on belly. As soon as they get on knee on belly, shake them. That's right. You do the backpack on me. We're gonna go all fours, and they're gonna put the backpack on us. Few things that we want for the backpack. Okay, 3 lines of control. Hooks are the first one. They need to be really tight. Seat belt is the arms. One is coming over the shoulder, the other one is coming under, and they are holding hands. And the head needs to be on my shoulder. Once they are ready, we're gonna test it. The more I'm on all fours, the easier it is for them. If I sit, they're gotta be really tight because gravity is pulling them down. We can stand up. We can try to shake them down. They should be really tight on it. We can rotate. The idea is that they never lose. Now, just like we did from side control to the mount, we're gonna do from the mount to the back. When we are on mount here trying to escape the mount, we are just like pushing to them. We're gonna do a whole turn now. And when we turn, they have to pick up the back. Then you guys can play it around. So the idea that on the pins of Jiu Jitsu, again, is to follow the training part, not to hold. So if they are giving the next pin, we gotta take the next pin, not trying to hold the mount. Because if you try to hold the mount, we got to roll over. If I'm on side control, they're giving me the mount, I'm gonna go for the next one. So you gotta transit between them. It's not holding, it's following. We tend not to lose much energy when we're pinning. Who loses energy is the bottom person. And that's why we get closer and closer to the submission. Let's finish with that one today. Start on mount, big turn, and they have to pick up the back.